This is Greg Pasternak from Riverside Life, and today I'm at Arroyo Seco, which is a large and very important tributary of the Salinas River, and I'm near Greenfield, California in the south central coastal region. So this site is another California 3, South Central Coast 1 classification between the two, unconfined gravel riffle pool for California, and then unconfined high order sand gravel uniform bed for the regional classification. And it's another example where the statewide classification doesn't fit very well. The regional classification is right on. So let's talk about this. Now, you should compare this to the videos that you've seen for San Luis Obispo Creek, the downstream site that's also this class, as well as Pancho Rico Creek in Pancho Rico Valley, San Ardo, where it is also this class. Okay, so compared to San Luis Obispo Creek and Pancho Rico Creek, what you see here is we really are unconfined now. This is really unconfined. We're also seeing that it's not entrenched. This river where we're standing now has 4.5 times more catchment area than Pancho Rico Creek. Double that, so almost 9 times more catchment area than San Luis Obispo Creek. So it's a lot wider stream. You can see where we're looking in the background, it's meandering, and you can also see that there's a big point bar in the distance, which is right at the apex of the meander bend. There's a little bit of flow, but not a whole lot here. But anyway, so the channel is very well connected to the floodplain. Now, what's really interesting about this site, which is somewhat confounding, but you know, rivers can do whatever they want to do. They don't have to listen to me. But this site here has a remarkably uniform width. So we've talked about for Pancho Rico Creek versus San Luis Obispo Creek, that both of those had very little bed undulation, but they both had relatively wide great width undulations, regardless of whether they were entrenched or not. Well, here we have a place, it's wide open, there's no entrenchment, there's no confinement, plenty of room to move around, but the channel is extraordinarily uniform in its width. It has one of the lowest width variation metrics of the sites that I've been thinking about. So that's particularly interesting. Now, whether there's any human influence in it, obviously we're in an agricultural landscape, or not, I can't really say. The site happens to be just downstream of the bridge, so in the opposite direction, and there's really nothing you can see from the road very well that way. So, but this doesn't look very different. It is surprisingly uniform. So that's something to think about, that we can have, even though for this class, it's certainly understandable that there's relatively little bed undulations, because with the sand gravel mixture, that just seems to smooth out very well. But the fact that there's relatively little width undulation here certainly makes it stand out. Now that fits very well with the class of so-called uniform, that uniform means in terms of bed and width undulation, but it just goes to show you that that can be quite different from site to site, and of course that's a very important metric controlling the processes in the river. All right, thanks for watching this video. You've now seen 3 sites of this class, so that gives you a sense of the range of variability as a function of catchment size and confinement, entrenchment, and other metrics.